Ladies and gentlemen, Matthews here from Women and Forex Traders. I hope you're doing great. So in this video, I'm basically going to talk about the things that I wish I knew before I started trading and something that you can do how to avoid all the pitfalls that you can actually avoid in the trading industry, right? So I'm going to speak about myself. If I knew what I know now, what things would I concentrate on going into this industry? All right. So stick around for the rest of the video if you are interested in actually knowing about that. Today I have no agenda. I just want to talk to you guys and probably talk to someone out there who might be in the situation that I was in the past, right? So let's see what we can do with that. All right. So if you're just new to trading, if you just found out about trading, most of the times, depending from where you hear it from, it can be so mesmerized that you think that you can just learn how to do one or two things and then you'll be able to download money on the internet, right? That's how most people make it seem like. But however, if you've been trading for any length of time by now, you must have realized that that's far from the truth, right? So there are a lot of things that you need to put in place before you can start doing that. And that doesn't come easy. I know it's very tempting to actually think that you can actually make money right now, right? So tempting because you see people making money, you see people posting charts, all that lavish lifestyle and all that. But there's work that was done before that was happening, but before that came into play. There's a lot of sleepless nights of really intense hard work behind all that success. So if you are just starting out, what are you supposed to concentrate on, right? What are you supposed to focus 90% of your time and everything? So number one, you need an edge, you need a strategy. Okay, there are a lot of different strategies out there. There are a lot. So how are you supposed to know what strategy works and what strategy you'd like to actually use? Because you can be a fundamental trader, you can be a technical trader, right? So depending on your preference, you can choose whether you like to analyze charts or you like to read news and all that. So choose what you're comfortable with. If you have a mentor that you like the way they trade, what you can do is that approach such a person and make sure before you do that, make sure they're actually profitable. They must have shown you that they are profitable even before you approaching them, right? So once you've actually discovered that these people are actually profitable, then you like the way they trade, then you can now go ahead and do what? And approach them for mentorship. Why am I putting mentorship in the first place right here? The reason is very simple, is that me personally, I was so stubborn that I didn't want to have any mentor. I didn't want to spend money on a mentor, and guess what happened? I spent money on the market. I blew countless number of accounts. If I can remember very well, I before I became profitable, I blew about $3,500 in accounts. Right, that was just me blowing accounts, and you won't even realize it because you'll be depositing a $200, you blow it. You deposit $100, you blow it, because you see people posting their screenshots of flipped accounts. Therefore, we want to do that as well. Therefore, I found myself in this sake of doom, right? The sake of me repeatedly depositing an account into the account and blowing it, depositing money into the account and blowing it, and it was always $200, $100, $50, just like that, because that kept on happening. And then guess what? The moment I sat down, I was like, okay, let me see what is happening. Let me see how much money I've deposited into this account. Guess what? I was shocked, right? Because if I had gathered, if I had saved up that money and probably maybe paid even maybe a less of amount to a mentor, I'd have saved all that. So a mentor is someone going to prolong your account, but to prolong, I mean, reduce and shorten your learning curve. If you don't do that, you end up blowing several accounts, and then you come to realize that, like, I should have just had a mentor. That was going to save you a lot of money. But you have to be aware, right? You have to be aware of the kind of mentors that you approach. There are a lot of scammers out there. There are a lot of scammers on the market. On YouTube, on Telegram, on Instagram, there's a lot of them everywhere. So you have to be very careful whom you approach, right? The mentor that you're supposed to approach must have shown you the process. They've proven to you the process. They've shown to you via their free videos, and you like the way they trade. And another thing which is important, yet most people don't even talk about it, is losses. Because if you've seen our channel, we actually talk about losses, because losing in the market is an inevitable part of trading. Therefore, you should know how to lose. And if a trader out there says they have a 90% win rate and they never lose, run, my friend, run, because that is very, very unlikely, because all traders undergo losses, and losing is so a normal part of trading. So understand that one before you actually approach any mentor, and before you actually pay anyone to actually mentor you. Make sure that they've proven to you that actually they have a strategy with a proven age. And once you have that figured out, you have to know risk management, right? Risk management is so important, because you can have the right strategy. If you don't have proper risk management, you can't make money in the market, because you can win 9 out of 10 trades, and that one trade that you over risk, that you over leverage, that's the one that's going to take you out. That's very sad, and that happens most of the times to most people that don't use risk management. So have a risk management plan. Tell yourself, how much are you supposed to be risking per trade? For me, I always recommend 0.25 to 1% maximum, right? If you're trading a funded account. If you're trading your own account, 1 to 3% per trade, especially if you're trading a smaller account, right? So find your sweet spot. What are you comfortable with? All right, so find what you're comfortable with and then do with that. So make sure it's between 0.25% and 3%. If you're trading a funded account, you'd be risking between 0.25 and 1%, especially if you're trading our strategy with higher risk reward ratio, which tend to have a lower win rate. If you're trading a strategy with a higher win rate with a lower risk reward ratio, yes, you can risk maybe 1% to 2%. But if you're trading a strategy with a lower win rate and a higher risk reward ratio like ours, you have to use at least 0.25 to 0.5% or maximum 1% per trade. Yeah. So make sure you follow that religiously. Every time you take a trade, ask yourself, how much am I willing to lose on this particular trade? And make sure you're comfortable risking that amount every time. Okay. Another thing that you're supposed to do is always use a position size calculator. All right. Use the position size calculator that tells you how much you are risking at that particular time. Calculate nicely on how much money you are risking on that particular time. How much money are you willing to lose on that particular trade, so that you avoid over leveraging and getting anxious once the market starts to go against you. That's not good. You're supposed to know in advance that, okay, I'm on this particular trade, I'm risking this amount, and I'm okay losing at this amount. And that's supposed to be done even before you enter a particular trade. That is crucial. That's very, very important. So the key is to be consistent with the risk management. Be consistent with that. Don't risk 5% today, tomorrow risk 0.5%, then the other day risk 1%. That's not consistent. So choose the risk that you're comfortable with. If you have one setup like we do, just choose one risk parameter that you're comfortable with and stick with that in all your trades. That's going to save you a lot. All right, so if it's 1%, make sure you're risking 1% on all your trades, because you have a setup. You only have one setup, so that's very important. And then once you have this strategy and the risk management, once you have those figured out, now you face biggest of the monsters, which is trading psychology. So trading psychology will teach you, forex trading will teach you more about yourself than anything else. It will teach you on how you respond to pressure, how you respond to stress, right? It will show you all that. It will actually review itself to you. You're going to review yourself to you. I know it sounds funny, but it's true. So it's adversity introduces a man to himself. So forex trader is going to introduce you to yourself. So how do you handle pressure? How do you handle your emotions? How are you going to handle that trade when the trade is going in against you, when the trade is going in your direction? Are you going to cut the winner quickly so that you just secure that's more profit, and so that you relieve the pressure, you relieve the pain, or you're going to let the trade run? So if you choose to cut the winners short, you are less likely to be profitable, because you'll be getting full losses, and then your winners are not going to be enough to cover up those losses when they come. So make sure that you follow your strategy. All right. So for you to be able to actually let the trade run, that requires a lot of discipline and willpower and patience. So as a forex trader, you need to develop patience. You need to develop discipline and strong willpower in order to follow your strategy. If you don't do that, most of the time you can't make it, because forex requires you to actually be that kind of a person, and that's why 95% of traders keep losing money in the market. So there are a lot of things that you can do in order to enhance your trading psychology, how to actually manage your emotions. Unfortunately, the way most of us are brought to trading, the way most of us actually hear about forex trading is we hear it in such a way that we're told it's a get rich quick scheme. We see the fast money. We see how people can easily make $10,000, but they won't tell you that they actually lost 3, 4, 5 accounts before they actually did that. Unfortunately, so lucky enough, you're going to have people like me and others out there who are trying to debunk this myth, right? And they're trying to tell the truth, because that's not always going to happen. You're going to have losing moments, and you need to be able to handle that as a trader. If you don't, most likely you can't make it. You can't make it if you don't have the confidence in your strategy to stick through it, even when you are going through losses. It's only when you're able to do that when you can actually become a consistently profitable trader. And trading psychology is that key factor that's going to differentiate whether you're going to be a winner or loser in the long term. Right now, if you take a trade right now, anyone can make money. Anyone. But it takes a skill to be able to do that repeatedly. It takes a certain skill for you to be able to make money consistently in the market. You need to be able to handle your emotions. You need to be able to control your emotions every time, because if you don't, you are always going to do silly stuff once the shit hits the fan, right? So you have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable with the losses. You have to know how to manage your emotions. You need to know what triggers you. What triggers you? Ask yourself, what really triggers me? And once you know that, make sure you do less of that. For example, personally, I don't like taking 3 losses in a row. And when I take 3 losses in a row, I get triggered, right? I get triggered, and most of the time I end up doing stupid shit. Therefore, what am I supposed to do when that is happening? I should step away from my computer and relax, chill, so that I calm down. All right? I can close the computer, I can restart my computer, just do anything that's going to cut that circuit. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to make some emotional decisions which are going to make you to lose money. So don't do that, please. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't spend all those years trying to find the perfect strategy. But guess what? There's no perfect strategy. It only seems to be perfect because most people don't show you when they are losing, and they only show you when they're actually making money. And unfortunately, that's the part that you always fall for. You fall for that get rich quick scheme, and then you find out 5 years later that, damn, I've just been looking for a new strategy every time, yet I'm still experiencing the same thing, right? That's because there's no perfect strategy out there. All strategies will go through losses, and it's you as a trader to actually find what you're comfortable with and then execute that strategy flawlessly, because you have back tested that strategy will give you money over time. So that's how it's supposed to be. Guess what? It won't be easy. It will take time. If you want to make it in this industry, it will take time. But if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in time, it is going to work out. But you have to really be committed. If you thought this was just going to be a get quick where I just click buttons and make money. Nah, it's far from that. It's far from that. You have to grind. You have to grind. You have to put in work until after you've put in work, you have a strategy, you have a solid risk management plan, you have proper psychology. Then that's when you can start to experience consistency, and it will take a lot of discipline and willpower for you to do that. All right. So yeah, I just thought I would come to you guys and actually say these few things. Right. I know. I wish someone told me these things when I got started. So I hope this blesses someone out there. All right. So if this has touched you or learned something from this, let me know in the comment section. And I appreciate you. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for your support and everything else. You guys, I hope you found value. Until next time, goodbye.